Hello everybody, I am back, and man am I excited to share this story with you guys today. I was scrolling around on Reddit and I found somebody who had an amazing story to share that ties right back to the Hatman accounts. I started this channel talking about the Hatman, and man, he just keeps popping up everywhere. This figure really is seen all over the world. And yeah, I asked this guy if I could read his post word for word, and he gave me the go to do so, and he seemed pretty excited about it, actually. He said that he had been praying about this, and he would like others to hear the story as well. Alright, so this is by Winter End 4914. He made his post on our paranormal encounters, so here we go. The night my faith in God strengthened, and wow, I mean, as soon as I read this, I was like, I bet this is going to be very similar to my testimony, because when I experienced the paranormal, it totally strengthened my faith in God, because I was like, wait a minute, okay, so if these spirits exist, if demons exist, then that might mean that God exists. And if God exists, then that might mean that the Bible is true in its accounts about spiritual things. So yeah, it just kind of like, once you have that realization, you start to go down this rabbit hole. Anyway, guys, I got super excited about this. I think you'll see why. Let's get into it. Speaking of getting into it, he says, going straight into it. I used to call myself an atheist and not believe in the paranormal. Until one night, not sure what time it was, I was dead asleep alone in my room. Oh, and sorry guys, if you guys hear a little creature meowing and trotting about, it's my cat. He's in here with me. So yeah. So he was dead asleep in his room. Of course, I sleep on the side of my face, this time on my right side, and my chest facing the ceiling. I woke up and saw a dark figure in my room staring right at me. I'm kind of having trouble like reading all of this in like a single breath, because I just downed a whole bologna and egg cheese sandwich. Oh, it was so good. And I'm also like sitting here drinking on some coffee as well, so it's kind of like got me a little clogged up. But it's a good kind of clogging, if you know what I mean. I love it so much. And that was only the first paragraph. Oh my gosh. Let's continue. It was on my right side, next to my foot, at the end of the bed. I can never forget it. I saw a dark silhouette. Obviously, it was nighttime and my room was dark, but this figure was so dark, you can see the difference, and man, do I know what he means by that. The part that I hate to say is that it had a hat on. Makes people laugh and look at me like a joke. And had two blue eyes just staring right at me. The height was tall, I'm guessing 6.5 to 7 foot range. If you search Hatman on Google, you'll get an idea, just that I did not see red eyes. So yeah, a lot of the accounts of the Hatman, he's very tall, of course. He's the Hatman, so he's wearing a wide-brimmed hat usually. And he normally has red eyes or no eyes. This time he saw blue eyes. Let's continue. I obviously tried to scream and move, but I could not. I was paralyzed. So now we're getting into the realm of sleep paralysis, which is also a common effect of being in the presence of the Hatman. Then he goes on, he says, my head was fixed to the right, so I could not look away. Yeah, I've experienced this before. Full panic mode was activated, but nothing worked. Then I felt anger. Oh yeah, I know the feeling. You know, like you're being held down by some force. It's not letting you move. It can be infuriating. First it's like terror, and then you get angry, and then you're kind of panicking because you realize you still can't move, and no matter how angry you are, and no matter what you're trying to say to this thing, nothing is working. Well, there's only one thing that's ever worked for me, but we'll get into that a little bit later. So, full panic mode was activated, but nothing worked. Then I felt anger, like I wanted to fight it and kill it, cursing at it in my head. But it just stood there watching my still body while panicking in the inside. Like it knew I was freaking out. Yeah, it kind of seems like they just know what we're thinking on the inside, and they're kind of feasting on that mixture of fear and anger. After struggling for a bit, I closed my eyes because I was so scared of looking at it. Started to pray to Jesus at this point. So he started to pray to Jesus at this point. Not entirely sure what happened, but I woke up again, and this time was able to move and talk. It's like I passed out after I closed my eyes. I started to cry. I never felt or seen something like this before. Like any rational man, I convinced myself it was just a bad dream, a nightmare, something I made up myself. Remember, guys, this guy said that he was an atheist before this had happened. Now he's trying to think rationally. He's trying to explain it away. But then he says, but no, I knew deep down I was fully awake with my eyes wide open in real life, seeing this figure and experiencing what I did. I went crazy, understandably. I went crazy till one day I decided to hop on the internet to see if I can find anything on it. Come to find out, thousands, maybe millions of other people have also seen it too. It even has a name, Hatman. This only confirmed to me what I saw was real. The paranormal is real. The spirit world is real. There are things we humans cannot accept as reality, but it's true. So, he is no longer an atheist after he does his research. He saw it, and then he did what any logical thinker would do. He went to see if others had had the same sort of experience. And then he went on to see that hundreds, if not thousands, if not millions of other people have seen the exact same thing. My friends, that is a part of the scientific method. Never again have I seen it or experienced the same feeling. Every night I pray to God for protection before I go to sleep. I'm 25 years old now and barely started sharing this story. This happened when I was 15 years old. That's interesting too. A lot of times we have these experiences and we hold it to ourselves for so long because we're like, this is crazy. I can't possibly share this with other people. People will think I'm completely insane. My family is going to abandon me. My friends will all laugh at me. I will become the laughing stock at my school or my place of work. These are legit feelings, okay? Like, there's a reason why we fear this kind of thing. I think that we humans, we are a very communal kind of creature, right? And for our own survival, throughout history, we have wanted to fit into the community. Because if you're not in with the community, you're out alone, and there be wolves and dragons and tigers and lions, and you're alone with those issues, right? This makes sense to me. You know, that even in our modern life, in these modern days, we still hold on to these kind of fears of being abandoned, of being discarded, because we're weird, because we saw something that we're not supposed to see. So we hold on to it, but you know, that's not good for our mental health. It's not even good for our spiritual health, really. We're holding on to something and it is driving us crazy on the inside, and we're thinking, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? But thank goodness we are now living in the internet age, and we are able to see that we are truly not alone in these experiences, which is one of the main reasons why I'm even doing this YouTube channel to begin with, because I want to help you to understand that yes, you're having weird experiences, but that doesn't mean that you're alone, and that there is a whole community of people out there who have experienced the same things. It doesn't mean that every single thing experienced is paranormal. It doesn't even mean that this experience that this guy had is paranormal. I'm not saying that it is, but what I am saying is you're not alone in having these kind of experiences. So let's finish up what he had to say here. Maybe some in this community can relate or have also seen what I have. I know this is Reddit full of atheist and fiction stories of other people, but this is true and really happened to me. I'd never write a BS story this long just to mess with people on Reddit. And I believe him, actually. Have you seen the Hatman? Would you be willing to share your story with me? So he's really looking for information. He's really looking to give others a space to share their personal account. It's not just about him. So that's actually, whenever you see things like that in a post, hey, look, I seen this crazy thing, but have you seen it? Can you tell me? If he's just making something up completely crazy, something that no one else has ever seen or has ever thought of, he might not be so willing to say that. Well, no, in your mind no one else has seen it because you haven't seen it. But the fact that he's asking this question at the end of this post makes it seem more legit to me. So anyway, yeah, he said that he actually prayed that other people would get to hear this story. Probably because he's looking at it the same way that I'm looking at it. Wow, if this is real, then the things of the Bible could very well be real. And if that's real, then God's real. And if God's real, then it just goes on and on, But yeah, I mean, in my own experience, seeing angels and seeing demons, seeing different things like that has really strengthened my faith. It's sometimes it's scary, but I often say that I would not trade out my terrible nightmarish experiences, these hauntings that I went through. I would not trade out those experiences for the world, because I know that those things help build my faith. Which is kind of funny, because that in the moment the enemy is just trying to destroy you. He's trying to make you afraid and terrify you. I mean, for me, it had the opposite effect. I'm like, oh, okay, so you're real? Well, then there's a good chance that God is real too. So, hey, maybe I should also be a Christian. Maybe Jesus is actually the living Son of God. Hey, little guy, come here, buddy. Yeah? You want to say hello? You want to say hello to the internet peoples? Here's Rave. Here he is. Here's my little buddy. Aw, look at him. Look at him. Look at him. There we go. Sorry, guys, my camera fell. It looks like he really wants to say hello, huh? Look at that. All right, buddy. But anyway, yeah, so that's that story. I wasn't sure if I was going to throw a couple stories into this one video or not, but this one ended up being long enough. I think I'm just going to cut it here, and I still have a few others to share with you guys. People have been very, very generous to me lately. Okay, buddy, you got to come down. At least get a little further away from the camera. Get away from the camera. Yeah. Little guy. I call him Ravy Gravy Choo Choo Train because he's so long. Him so long, yes him is. Ravy Gravy Choo Choo Train, boy. Alright, anyway, guys, with that, I am out. So thanks for watching, thanks for being here, and I already said I'm out, so then I guess the only thing left for me to say is bye.